to be the update for the Chevelle, focusing mainly on the rear of the body to try and get this knocked out before we start moving to the front and getting everything prepped there. As you guys saw in the last video, we still need to do the front roof mounts. They haven't been put in yet. Then we can begin on the front.
Like building race cars is a young man's game. Climbing in and out of these. All I'm worried about is like the first quarter inch, because the rest of this, when it's said and done, will get trimmed away. But basically, to get my strips up in there nice and into the corner, just gotta hammer this back. But you can see there's some metal underneath that's ripping through as I'm hammering it. So once this strip is tacked in and welded and dressed, that'll hide all of that. It looks a little rough right now, but trust the process. It'll be nice when it's done. Little hammer dolly work. Anyway, we got our lip, you can see, going up both sides here now. So we're basically 3/4 of the way done. I just gotta put my strip across the front. We can start fitting that deck lid. All the grinding and so forth that you have to do, you don't want to have to be doing rust repair too. A lot of people cry, they'll see a really nice car getting cut up, but to be perfectly honest with you, that's what you really want, is the nicest cars you can find. A lot of these cars we build, we start with all new parts, but this car was a 1968 Chevelle, born in 1968, so fortunately, it's still pretty solid, so I don't have a bunch of rust repair to deal with. Well, at this point, I'm just trying to get the contours on the end to follow the body better. Once I get to that point, I'll terminate the ends and put my brakes in either end, and then I'll move on to building the spill plates, which are the panels that go down the side of the wing. Kind of acts like a dart flight.
So when the decklid gets ready to go in, this isn't something that's going to be riveted. It'll have some type of Zeus connection to
Yeah, it's going to have Zeus buttons all the way around, so it will be removable. Cars like this, you really don't have to get into the trunk. There's nothing in there you need. It's not like the old days where we used to put the fuel cells back here. Nowadays, the only thing that's going to be back here is a couple of fire bottles and a couple of puke tanks. And the puke tanks will get drained from below anyway, so going back, getting in, accessing the trunk isn't really that big of a deal. Now this isn't trimmed exactly in yet, but this will give you a better visual of what we're trying to achieve with the alignment with the deck lid, the quarter panel, and the wing. And the wing has the recess that goes down in here, like I said. So this surface, the top of this is flush with this, because the wing is gonna, or the deck lid's gonna sit on this. So once this is all cut and profiled to fit down into the hole, you'll see you get a nice, there you go. You get a nice smooth transition to all three areas. So once it's all said and done, all body worked and painted and pretty, everything will just fit together really nice.